In a big, bright classroom, many students were talking and laughing. They were all learning English, just like Anna. Anna was from a small town and loved learning new things. But there was one thing she didn't like at all: speaking in front of people. Today was the first day of a new English class. The room was full of students from different places, all eager to learn. Anna sat quietly at the back, watching. "Good morning, everyone," said a cheerful voice. It was Mr. Wise, the English teacher. He had a kind smile and eyes that sparkled with excitement. "Today, we will start by introducing ourselves. Let's share our names, where we are from, and one interesting thing about ourselves." One by one, students stood up and spoke. Some were nervous, but they all tried their best. Anna felt her heart beating faster. "I can't do this," she thought. Finally, it was her turn. Everyone looked at her. Anna stood up slowly. She opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out. Her face felt hot, and her hands were shaking. After a few seconds, she sat down without saying anything. The room was silent. Mr. Wise gave her a gentle smile. "It's okay, Anna," he said. "We all get nervous sometimes. You can try again when you're ready." Anna nodded, but inside, she felt very sad. She wanted to speak well in English, but her fear was like a big wall she couldn't climb over. After class, Mr. Wise walked over to Anna's desk. "Don't worry, Anna," he said kindly. "Speaking in public can be scary, but I believe in you. We will work on it together, step by step." Anna looked up at Mr. Wise. His words were like a small light in her dark room of fear. Maybe, just maybe, she could learn to speak in English without being afraid. But how? Mr. Wise seemed to know what she was thinking. "Trust me," he said with a wink. "I have some ideas that might help. We'll start tomorrow." That night, Anna thought about Mr. Wise's words. She was still scared, but she also felt a little spark of hope. She wanted to speak English well, and she wanted to be brave. "Maybe," she whispered to herself, "I can do it." And so, with a mix of fear and hope, Anna's journey began. Anna couldn't sleep well that night. She kept thinking about the classroom and how silent she was. "Why is speaking so hard for me?" she wondered. The next morning, Anna walked to class. The sky was blue, and birds were singing. But Anna felt like there was a heavy stone in her heart. When she arrived, Mr. Wise was already there. "Good morning, Anna," he said with a big smile. "Are you ready for a new day?" Anna tried to smile back. "Yes, Mr. Wise," she said quietly. Mr. Wise opened his book and looked at the class. "Today, we're going to talk about fears," he said. "Everyone is afraid of something. It's normal. But we can learn to face our fears." Anna listened carefully. She felt like Mr. Wise was talking directly to her. For example, Mr. Wise continued, "Some people are afraid of speaking in front of others. They worry about making mistakes or what others will think. But making mistakes is how we learn." Anna felt her cheeks turn warm. She knew he was right. She was afraid of making mistakes in English. Mr. Wise then told a story about a famous person who was also afraid of speaking publicly. "But," he said, "with practice and courage, he became a great speaker. He faced his fear. The class was quiet, thinking about Mr. Wise's words. Anna felt something change inside her. She realized that her fear was stopping her from doing what she loved, learning English. After class, Anna stayed behind. Mr. Wise smiled when he saw her. "Anna, do you want to talk?" he asked gently. Anna took a deep breath. "Yes," she said. "I want to overcome my fear, but I don't know how." Mr. Wise nodded. "I understand," he said. "It's not easy, but I will help you. We'll start with small steps. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes." Anna felt a mix of fear and excitement. "Thank you, Mr. Wise," she said. "I will try my best." "That's the spirit," Mr. Wise said with a clap. "Tomorrow, we'll start with a fun activity. No pressure, just a little step forward." As Anna left the classroom, she felt lighter. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but for the first time, she believed that maybe she could speak English in front of others. Maybe she could face her fear. The next morning, Anna felt a mix of nervousness and excitement. She remembered Mr. Wise's promise of a fun activity. What will it be? She thought as she walked to class. The classroom was buzzing with energy when Anna arrived. Mr. Wise had a big smile on his face. "Today, we're going to do something different," he announced. "We're going to play a game called Question Ball." Mr. Wise showed the class a colorful ball. "I'll throw the ball to someone," he explained. "The person who catches it must ask a question to someone else and then throw the ball to them. It's a way to practice speaking without worrying too much." Anna's heart started to race. "What if the ball comes to me?" she thought. The game began. Laughter and cheers filled the room as the ball moved from one student to another. Then, it happened. The ball landed in Anna's hands. All eyes were on her. Anna took a deep breath. She remembered Mr. Wise's words, "It's okay to make mistakes." Looking at her classmate, she asked in English, What is your favorite color?" Her voice was shaky, but she did it. "Blue," her classmate responded, smiling. Anna smiled back and threw the ball. As the game continued, Anna felt her fears slowly fading. She even caught the ball a few more times, each time speaking a little more confidently. After the game, Mr. Wise gathered the class. "You all did wonderfully," he said. "Speaking English is not just about getting every word perfect. It's about trying, making mistakes, and learning from them." Anna felt a sense of achievement. She had spoken English in front of the class, and the sky hadn't fallen down. Later, as she walked home, Anna thought about the game. It was fun, and it made her forget her fear for a little while. "Maybe I can do this," she thought. That night, Anna practiced speaking English in front of her mirror. She pretended to hold the colorful ball and asked questions to her reflection. With each question, her confidence grew. Today was a good day, Anna said to her reflection. And for the first time in a long time, she believed it. Anna woke up feeling a bit more hopeful than before. Yesterday's game had shown her that maybe, just maybe, she could speak English in front of others without too much fear. As she walked to class, she thought about what new activity Mr. Wise might have planned for today. Will it be another game? she wondered. When Anna arrived, she noticed that the classroom was arranged differently. There were tables in small circles. Mr. Wise greeted the class with his usual bright smile. "Today, we're going to work in teams," he announced. "You will build a story together, one sentence at a time. Each person will add a sentence in English." Anna's heart skipped a beat. This sounded more challenging than the game. But then she remembered the fun from yesterday and felt a little spark of courage. She joined a group with 3 other students. They smiled at her, and she smiled back. "Let's make a great story," said one of her teammates, a girl named Mia. The story began with a sentence about a cat on an adventure. When it was Anna's turn, she felt nervous, but she added, "The cat met a friendly dog in the park." Her teammates nodded and smiled, encouraging her. As the story grew, Anna felt more comfortable. She even laughed when someone added a funny twist about the cat and the dog finding a treasure map. By the end of the activity, Anna felt a bond with her teammates. They had created something together, something fun and creative, all in English. Mr. Wise walked around, listening to the stories. "Great teamwork, everyone," he said. "Language is not just about speaking, it's about connecting with others, sharing ideas, and creating together." After class, Mia came over to Anna. "You did really well today," she said. "Want to study together sometime?" Anna felt a surge of happiness. "I'd like that," she replied. As Anna walked home, she thought about the day. She had spoken more English than she ever had before. And she had made a new friend. Every day, a little step forward, she thought. And with each step, her fear of speaking seemed a little smaller, like a shadow in the sunlight. That night, Anna wrote in her journal about the day's experience. She wrote about the fun, the laughter, and the feeling of being part of a team. And for the first time, she wrote her journal entry entirely in English. The sun was shining brightly as Anna walked to her English class. She felt a flutter of excitement in her stomach. Every day feels a little easier, she thought. Today, the classroom had a different setup. There was a small stage at the front with a microphone. Anna's heart started to beat faster. What's happening today, she wondered. Mr. Wise greeted the class with his warm smile. Today, we're going to do something special, he announced. Each of you will come up here and tell a short story or talk about something you like. It's a chance to share a part of yourself with the class. Anna felt a wave of panic. Speak on stage? In front of everyone? The old fear gripped her heart. But then she remembered the past few days. The question ball game, the team storytelling, the laughter, and the encouragement. She had come so far. Can I really do this? She thought. One by one, students went up to the stage. They talked about their hobbies, their families, and their dreams. Some were nervous, but they all spoke bravely. Then, it was Anna's turn. She felt as if her legs were made of jelly as she walked up to the stage. She took the microphone and looked out at her classmates. They were all smiling at her, waiting. Anna took a deep breath. She thought about her favorite place in the world, a quiet little park in her hometown. She began to speak. I want to tell you about a special place that I love. As she talked about the park, the flowers, and the peaceful afternoons she spent there reading, something amazing happened. Her fear started to melt away. She found herself enjoying the moment, sharing a piece of her world with her classmates. When she finished, the room erupted in applause. Anna's heart was full. She had done it. She had faced her biggest fear. Mr. Wise came up to her with a big smile. "That was beautiful, Anna," he said. "You spoke from the heart, and your English was wonderful." Back at her desk, Anna felt a sense of pride and joy she had never felt before. She had spoken in English in front of an audience, and she had enjoyed it. After class, several classmates came up to her. "Your story was so nice," they said. "We felt like we were in the park with you." Anna smiled, her heart light and happy. "Thank you," she said. "I'm glad you liked it." As she walked home, Anna felt like she was walking on air. She had overcome her fear. She knew there would still be challenges ahead, but now she believed in herself. She knew she could face those challenges with courage. Today was a breakthrough, Anna thought. And it's just the beginning. Anna woke up to a bright and cheerful morning, feeling a new sense of confidence. After her successful presentation, she felt like a different person. Speaking English didn't seem as scary anymore. As she got ready for class, Anna thought about how far she had come. "I never imagined I could speak in front of everyone," she mused. "What else can I do that I haven't imagined yet?" Today, Mr. Wise had planned a group discussion for the class. The topic was dreams for the future. Anna felt excited to share her thoughts and listen to others. During the discussion, Anna spoke up several times. She talked about her dream of traveling the world and meeting people from different cultures. Each time she spoke, her words flowed more easily, and her classmates listened intently. After class, Mr. Wise pulled Anna aside. "Your progress is remarkable," he said. "You've not only improved your English but also your confidence. How do you feel about joining the school's English club? They meet after school and discuss various topics, organize events, and even participate in competitions." Anna felt a surge of excitement. "Yes, I'd love to join," she replied without hesitation. Joining the English club opened a new world for Anna. She met students who were passionate about learning and improving their English. They shared tips, practiced together, and even planned a small event to celebrate different cultures. Anna volunteered to give a talk about her hometown. The day of the event, Anna stood in front of a larger audience, feeling a bit nervous but mostly excited. She shared stories about her town, its traditions, and its beautiful parks. The audience was captivated, and after her talk, many people came up to her with questions and compliments. Anna's confidence in speaking English was growing, and so was her circle of friends. She felt a strong sense of community and belonging. One day, Mr. Wise announced a school-wide English speaking competition. "I encourage all of you to participate," he said. "It's a great opportunity to challenge yourselves and showcase your skills." Anna thought about it and decided to enter the competition. She spent the next few weeks preparing, with support from her English club friends and Mr. Wise. On the day of the competition, Anna stood on stage, facing her biggest audience yet. She felt the familiar flutter of nerves, but it was different this time. She felt ready. She delivered her speech with passion and clarity, sharing her journey of overcoming the fear of speaking English. The audience was moved by her story, and when she finished, they gave her a standing ovation. Anna didn't win the competition, but it didn't matter. She had overcome her fears, and that was the greatest victory of all. Every step was worth it, Anna thought as she walked home, her heart full of joy and pride. I can't wait to see what the future holds. The sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. Anna sat on a bench in the park, her favorite book in hand. She thought about the incredible journey she had been on. It all started in Mr. Wise's English class, where she couldn't say a single word. Now, she was speaking English with confidence, participating in clubs, and even standing on stage in front of a large audience. I've come so far, Anna thought with a smile. The next day in class, Mr. Wise had a special announcement. Today, we're going to do something we did on the first day, he said. We'll introduce ourselves again, just like we did before. It's a chance to see how much we've all grown. Anna felt a rush of excitement. This was her moment to come full circle. When her turn came, Anna stood up confidently. She spoke clearly and fluently, sharing not just her name and where she was from, but also her journey of overcoming her fear of speaking English. The class listened in awe, inspired by her transformation. After class, Mr. Wise approached Anna. I'm so proud of you, he said. You've shown that with courage and effort, you can overcome any obstacle. Anna smiled. I couldn't have done it without your help, Mr. Wise. Thank you for believing in me. You did the hard work, Anna, Mr. Wise replied. Remember, this is just the beginning. There are so many more adventures and challenges waiting for you. As the school year came to an end, Anna felt a mix of sadness and excitement. She was going to miss Mr. Wise's classes, but she was also eager to see what the future held. On the last day of class, Mr. Wise gave each student a small notebook. Use this to write down your thoughts, your dreams, and your fears, he said. Writing can be another way to find your voice. Anna held the notebook tightly, knowing it would be a treasured companion on her continuing journey. That summer, Anna traveled to a nearby city with her family. Everywhere she went, she practiced speaking English. She asked for directions, ordered food, and even made some new friends. One evening, as she watched the sunset from a beautiful park in the city, Anna reflected on her journey. She realized that the biggest lesson she had learned was to believe in herself. My journey with English is far from over, Anna wrote in her new notebook. But now I know that I can face any challenge that comes my way. And who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be the one helping someone else find their voice, just like Mr. Wise helped me. With a heart full of hope and a notebook full of dreams, Anna was ready for whatever came next.